Just a reminder before we start about our team norms. They're on the whiteboard. So we need to remain focused on the needs of all students, document and follow up on action items to ensure accountability, use resources and strategies aligned with best practice, that of course is a QLE, focus on topics relevant to what can be controlled in a school context. For example, what we can't control what happens at home, but as Connie pointed out last week, we can be empathetic. All right. We also need to remain unified in decisions made by the team and any agreed upon next steps, and engage in open exploration in which all perspectives are essential to the conversation.
Change in the home or in his brain, I can't tell you which, but he is just having a fabulous beginning. He is a bit sensitive about his brother, but he is growing in his math, he's growing in his work ability and how much time he can put in. He hasn't had one behavior issue in the building that I know of yet this year. I just think he is growing in leaps and bounds.
She's struggling in math.
Is she in 10C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our last meeting, I was assigned to kind of have a little chat with her, and I did, to try and encourage her to show up to the TA for extra help. I had a phone call from her mom, and her mom kind of brought to my attention that she's quite shy and she doesn't want to approach my desk. So I've tried to encourage her to do so, but maybe a couple of occasions she's done that. She did show up yesterday for TA, but she didn't do any work. You know.
What if she came to my TA where I've got my 3 EAs hanging out?
Well, that would,
and she sat with Shanley, because
That's
Shanley's
good.
doing Math 10C.
Perfect.
So then she could sit at a desk with a group of kids.
During TA.
And Shanley's right there. She doesn't
Yeah.
have to talk to anybody.
She could even, what block is that now? Or is that any time?
Yeah, any TA, because Shanley's in my room during TA.
Well, yeah, we'll do that then.
How about we do that?
Yeah.
Because Shanley's in Kathy's 10C math class,
Okay,
so she knows what's going on.
okay.
I'll talk with Olivia and Lacey.
So do I need to make a
No,
comment
I'll
to
look
her?
after it. Don't
Okay.
worry about it, girl.
Okay.
Concept understanding, or I don't know, like we need to figure out what's holding her back a little bit in social, because with those kind of star reading scans,
Another thing
Screens.
too, Miles, is you might want to talk to buyers about proper essay writing formats. So she might know the content, but if she doesn't understand how to properly
do it.
word an essay, because she's obviously going to be university stream, so that's a skill she's going to want to have.
Them are pretty inseparable when it comes to science class. Every seating plan, the first thing both of them do is look at the plan. Oh, we're sitting together. Yeah, we're sitting together. So it's a big deal for both of them to be able to sit together.
I'm just thinking about math class,
Yeah,
because he does not want to come to my room,
right.
which is right next door and a quiet place to be, but he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be in the class, but I'm not sure if this young lad, Nick, is in that same room.
Well, maybe.
If we can check that later
Okay.
and just see if Nick, and maybe we can work something out. It doesn't mean they need to change rooms, but maybe they can work together after class lectures have been done, or, right, if we can hook him in that way. I do believe he has attended this year more than he attended last year, so we can say yay. He's coming more than he came all last year.
And I did talk to the dad, early on in the school year.
Yeah.
We talked about what happened with him last year. And so sometimes it takes kids a little bit to get into the high school scene, right? So we talked about potentially how could we help. And I haven't checked his attendance lately. If you could check that, please.
it's a course where you have to speak, and so when I ask him to speak, I make sure I'm right next to him so he doesn't have to speak very loudly. He doesn't have to feel like it's in front of the class, and so we adapt that way.
I found kind of similar success, or maybe celebrations, in shop class as well. He's able to kind of be creative, and if he wants to be by himself or work with me, he's been really coming along since the start, where he would just go in the corner and wouldn't say anything. So I guess it's baby steps, but I think those creative classes are good outlets
We're
for
gonna
that.
try out our first academic roundtable where we would meet with the teachers who teach these 2 or 3 students and discuss exactly what strategies we're using for them and then what could we try. So it's where we can actually all be on the table that we would know this student, we would teach this student. So out of the students we discussed today, or even our students that we had from last meeting, is there anyone in there do we think we should recommend to do more for? That we need to take more time and discuss their strategies more? What continuum of interventions we should use?